Aaron Gemmel, and welcome to this installment of the Hot Seat Sports Talk Season 7, Episode 12, guest starring Presley Hudson from CMU Basketball, Hall of Famer. Real quick, I'm just going to read off her stats just so I'm not reading it during the show. She won the 2019 State Farm three-point contest in Minneapolis, plus the Battle of the Champions as well. She won the NCAA statistical championship for free throw percentage with about 93%. She was one of 6 individuals in NCAA Division I history with more than 400 career three-pointers made, which is incredible. First team All-MAC selection for the third year in a row. Named to the COSIDA Academic All-District team, named Academic All-MAC for the third straight year. Named a finalist for the Nancy Lieberman Award, at least CMU as the Chippewas all-time leader in points with 2,309. 643 assists, 407 three-pointers made, and about a 93% free throw percentage. She became the women's all-time leading scorer with 21 points over Eastern on January 26, 2019. And she broke the MAC conference career point record at Vanderbilt on December 15, 2018. And she even she became CMU's all-time career leader in assists, breaking Michigan State's head coach Susie Merchant's 1991 record versus Western Kentucky on November 17th. So that's just a little bit of what she's done. So without further ado, opening credits. Let's get the show started. Presley, welcome to the show. You're a guest 49 out of 50 to ever appear on the show. So thank you so much for appearing. So I have to ask right off the bat, are you named after Elvis?
I am, actually. My mom was a big fan, so.
Really? Okay, because I am named after Elvis as well.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was Elvis Aaron Presley. So
okay.
His middle name is my first name. My father wanted to name me Elvis, but my mom said absolutely not. Because she said, he doesn't want it. You don't want our son to get picked on in high school and all that kind of stuff, which is ironic because my co-host who couldn't be here today, his name would have been Elvis too if his father would have had his way. But
wow.
His name's Brian. So I don't know how they went from Elvis to Brian. So
right.
So that is awesome. So start Presley, where are you from and what other sports besides basketball did you play in high school?
I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I went to Wayland, but live in Grand Rapids. And then in high school, I just played basketball. That was my main focus.
All right. So when did you start getting offers to play basketball in college? So, and besides Central, what other schools did you visit?
I had an offer from Eastern and then Ferris and Davenport. And the only other D1 offer I had was Eastern. So, and then other visits I went on was like Western, Eastern, went to a couple of elite camps, and then, yeah, that was kind of basically it.
You made the right choice of coming to Central. Made the
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely the right choice. Well, besides the basketball program that they had, did you choose Central for your academic career as well? Like, what did you major in?
I came in thinking I wanted to be a PE teacher because that's what my dad was, and my brother as well. So that kind of, I was like, okay, like I'll just kind of follow in their footsteps. And then I ended up changing it to like a physical activity specialist, which is like you're able to get your personal training certificate and things like that. So, and I knew I wanted to be a coach. So I was like, all right, that'll be kind of a good fit. So.
Okay. So when you came in the CMU in 2015-16, the team was very young. There was only about 1 or 2 seniors on that roster. You, Tinara Moore, who made an appearance on this show earlier in the season, over in Spain. Gabby Bird, Rihanna Frost, you guys were all underclassmen. Did you think immediately that team was, did you guys have some growing pains with the roster, or being so young, did you think you guys were going to win immediately?
I mean, like, obviously with young teams, it takes a minute for it to gel, and build chemistry, but like, just based on like our work ethic, I knew that we were going to be successful right off the bat.
Yeah. So Indiana State is in town for your first ever college start. And so take me through your mind warming up for that game. Were you nervous, excited? Were you a mixture of emotions?
I mean, it was a while ago, but um yeah, first college game, I was definitely like just a little nervous, but just really excited to get the season going. I mean, it was my dream to play Division I basketball, so I was just excited to get on the court and do what I could. Um, and like as a freshman, a lot of teams don't really know who you are, so
Yeah.
I think that was able, like at the beginning, it allowed me to kind of do whatever I needed to do, like just because I didn't really know the scouting report on you when you're a freshman, really.
Yeah, because they don't have the scout report, they don't have the tape, they don't have the tape to study
Exactly.
you on. So it's definitely it's difficult. And now after you guys beat Indiana State in Oakland, the first two games, you're named College Madness National Player of the Week after your first two games ever in college, which is very impressive. When you received that, did you think I'm going to have a great career or just a great start to the season?
Um, when I came into Central, like that was my goal, was to be the most successful I could be. So when I saw that, it was like, okay, like I can do this. You know, it was kind of just like reassurance that like it is possible.
Yeah, well, successful for your career is probably just an understatement, I think. So now that year, the team went 21-11. You were named MAC Freshman of the Year, made the WNIT against Indiana. Even though the outcome wasn't what you probably hoped, but was getting early tournament experience good for you?
Absolutely. Any tournament experience is good. Just kind of getting that experience of what it's like to be able to be in that environment, whether that was the NIT, NCAA, just to get that post-season experience is really good.
Yeah. So then the next season as a sophomore, guys picked it up 23-9, another fantastic year, all MAC selection, team MVP, led the Chips in scoring, started all 32 games, posted 537 points, third in CMU history, fourth nationally, free throw percentage was at about 93%. After all of that, after your second season, did you think, okay, I could be the greatest CMU player in history after your sophomore season, after the type of records you were posting?
Um, yeah, when I was a freshman, like that was my goal, is to be one of the greatest to play at CMU. And that was my goal. So just after the seasons, like my coaches knew my goals of what I came here to do. So they just continued to help me get there. And then I was just putting in the work to be able to get there as well. So I was like, yeah, that was just another like reassurance, like this is possible. So I just have to keep putting in the work.
What did Coach G and Coach O make sure, make sure like, okay, this is what we have to make sure that Presley does in order for her to be successful? Like just making sure she studies more film, stays in the gym extra hours. What did Coach G and Coach O and the rest of the staff make sure that you were so successful in and, getting ready to, be an upper class and be a leader for your team in the future?
I think Coach G just really pushed me from the leadership side. She knew I was kind of just a leader from example, being a leader by example, like being in the gym, just doing all the right things. But I think she really pushed me in the aspect of like being very vocal on the floor. And then Coach O just helped me by like being there when I like just being available. And like helping me put in the work, like before practice she would be here like an hour before with me, putting in the work, getting up shots. She would put me through workouts. So just her being available, and then her also watching film with me, and Coach G watching film with me, breaking it down, really helped me as well throughout my career.
Yes. So then your junior season is when Chippewa basketball reached one of not its all-time high. 30-5, MAC regular season champ, MAC tourney champs, punched the ticket to the dance. Now take me through your thoughts as the clock was going down and you realized you were going to be a MAC champ and your team was going to go dancing?
Man, it was exciting. Like, honestly, it's just one of the best feelings because after like that sophomore year, we got beat in the first round, but we were expected to win it. And it was just kind of like a letdown, obviously. And then coming back in that junior season, like all of our mindsets, like we had a chip on our shoulder and we were gonna win the MAC championship. Like that was our mindset no matter what. So once the buzzer sounded, it was like just one of the best feelings in the world because like all our hard work throughout that whole summer, the season paid off.
Yeah. Now, of course, following, winning that, cutting the nets down, getting the shirt, celebrating with champagne, it comes Selection Monday. Now, take me through Selection Monday. Was there a region or a team you were hoping for to meet in the first round, or did it not matter? Just the fact that you guys were going dancing was, perfect enough.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, it didn't matter. We were gonna show up and we were gonna have our game plan ready and just go against whoever we needed to beat. So.
And that you did. You were selected to the Columbus region. You had LSU, Ohio State, and George Washington in it, and you were facing LSU in the first round. How nervous were you? Nervous at tip off? Were you excited? This is the dance. This is big time.
Yeah, I mean, I was excited. I was just ready to go. It was our first NCAA tournament appearance, and then that I think ended up being like the first win we had postseason in a tournament. So I mean, I was probably a little nervous, but mostly just excited to get going.
Absolutely. So now, Presley, this is one of my favorite segments I've done with every single guest. It's called Rapid Fire 7 random questions just to get to know you better. So first off, your favorite holiday tradition?
I would say on Christmas, just kind of like waking up early and just being with all my family. I don't really get to see them much anymore, so it's just nice to spend time with them on Christmas.
Your favorite Elvis song?
Ooh, to be honest, I have no idea any of the Elvis songs.
Oh, come on, you're named after the man.
I know, I should know, but honestly, I'm not very good with that.
Okay. Michael or LeBron?
LeBron. I'm a big LeBron fan. People might be disappointed, but I love LeBron.
Yeah, disappointing. Yeah, because I'm a Michael guy. So your favorite place to eat in Mount Pleasant or on Central Michigan's campus?
I would say Mountain Town Station. That's kind of been like a go-to with my family and like aunt and uncles when they come and visit.
Ooh, that's a good place. That's a really good place. Your favorite place to travel in college as a player?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'd probably say when we went to the Bahamas. That was really awesome.
One of the Bahamas tournaments, yes.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Your favorite go-to dinner, your favorite go-to meal?
Probably like honestly, I really like breakfast for dinner. So probably like some eggs, toast, sausage.
Nice. Breakfast for dinner. If people think like, it's like, no, it's so unconventional, but it's really good actually if you're in the mood for it.
And it's just easy to make.
Oh, absolutely. And finally, your favorite off the court memory at CMU?
That's a good one. Off the court. Honestly, just probably being with my teammates and spending time with them. I think that was another reason why we were so successful, was just the chemistry we had off the court.
Yeah, just doing things together and just hanging out and just,
Yeah, it could just really be anything, just kind of going out. I remember one time we went to Chip River and just like floated down with tubes and stuff. Our whole team went. So just like, or just like watching movies. So we just did a bunch of fun things together.
Okay. So I'll throw in a bonus here. Your favorite basketball movie, your favorite sports movie?
That's a good one too. Probably Love and Basketball. I really like that one.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I love Hoosiers and Glory Road are probably one of my favorite ones.
Ooh, Glory Road's a really good one too. I like that one.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Now, getting back, now that's the end of the Rapid Fire 7 plus a bonus. So now getting back into it, you guys would beat LSU 78-69. Then would have the hometown Buckeyes in Ohio State and would take them down in their hometown in blowout fashion, 95-78. What was going through your mind, and what was the reaction in the locker room after that game, knowing that you guys are going to the Sweet 16?
I think there's a video of like Coach G dancing and stuff. I think like I can't remember what the song was. Yeah, we were all dancing and stuff. It was just awesome. Like we poured water on Coach G, and I mean, we were just all excited. I mean, like that was the year that year, like we just put in the work. So we were just really excited for all the hard work we paid off.
I mean, I wish I had Coach G's energy right now as at 21, I wish I had her energy now. My gosh, her energy is so contagious.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, just from seeing her at, the retirement ceremony with you and, Coach G and Tiara and Brianna Frost and all those, everybody there this past Saturday was awesome. And her energy was contagious to everybody in the crowd. So that was awesome. So, yeah. The run would end in the Sweet 16 by Oregon. Oregon was, they were a fantastic team along with you guys. But taking away everything you accomplished as a player and what the team accomplished, would you say that, you're the best ever to do it as a player, or, just, you don't want to give yourself that type of, like, I don't want to give myself, I'm not the best, but, maybe, yeah, I am with all the stats that I put up.
I mean,
just that season alone, that was,
yeah,
the season.
I guess, like, I mean, that was my goal, was to be one of the best. I don't know if I would be the best basketball player, but it was just definitely my goal to be one of the best.
Yeah.
A lot of other people probably have different opinions on who is the best. So it's kind of hard to just put one person in that category, because there's been a lot of really, really good players here at CMU. So I think it's hard to just pick one best player.
Well, stat wise, you are one of the best ever do it. I read off before you joined all the stats, just a few, 3-point contest in 19 of the Final Four, your free throw percentage, your all-time points, assists, all that stuff. Out of all the stats that you probably know, you've probably been repeated to those stats numerous times since you left the program. Which of those stats or accomplishments are you most proud of looking back?
So probably when I came here, my goal was to be the lead in points and then lead in assists. So those were the goals I came in with. So probably those, just because I set those goals and I was able to accomplish that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely, because I have it's like a paragraph of what I took from CMU athletics, just of what they put for your stats. I was reading them and my mind was absolutely blown on what you have done. So now I want to know, you probably get asked this a lot, and if I could save asking questions about this, but I'm just, because I watched it 3 times last night, and just watching the way that you shot in that 3-point contest in 19 at the Final Four. Take me through that environment, with both the men and the women, both contests. Like, what were you thinking before each round? Because, watch your interviews, just want to make shots, just want to make more shots than the other guys. So were you just thinking like, okay, so let's just put some shots up and just, have as much fun as I can? Or, was there something more of a drive to try and win that thing and put CMU on a map?
Yeah, absolutely. When my goal was to win it. I mean, just to have fun. Like, I was like, the rest of the other people can do that. Like, they can just have fun. I'm here to win it. So, yeah, the environment was insane. Like, there was a lot of people there. It was awesome. It was just a really good thing I was able to be a part of.
I mean, you've probably seen the film, you've probably seen the actual, coverage of you actually, in the contest. The commentators were going absolutely nuts. They panned to Coach G, absolutely going nuts in the stands. And, And I want to know, do you personally have the the 3-point trophy and the Battle of the Champions rim? Do you still have it with you? And
Yes, I actually have it in my office.
oh man,
So
that is absolutely awesome.
yeah.
And so going into the Reese's Puffs Battle of the Champions, playing against McCluster from Loyola, going against him, did you think, okay, like, okay, guys are usually favored in this type of event. They're usually favored to hit threes. You have like guys in the past like Curry and all that kind of stuff win these type of tournaments. But with you, did you think with that, like, I could beat this guy easily?
Yeah, my mindset's always I can win. So, I mean, yeah, I was going in thinking I was going to win that.
I mean, people on the internet, we're comparing your 3-point contest to the way that Stephen Curry shoots the 3 ball. I mean, did you think like, okay, that's kind of an overreaction and kind of stuff like that? Or did you feel like kind of like, honored or like, wow, I'm up there with the big leagues that people are comparing me to, probably one of the greatest shooters in the NBA?
Yeah, that was really cool that they were like mentioning that. I was like, wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, because mentioning, Stephen Curry and you, I mean, both of you can shoot like that. I would pay top dollar to see, you go against like Steph Curry, Larry Bird, Ray Allen, all those type of guys to see who would win in a 3-point contest. That would be very entertaining. And speaking of pro, after CMU, you signed with the Seattle Storm. So take me through that experience, both as a player and as a person. And did it challenge you in any way?
I mean, that experience was amazing. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make the team, but I made it to the last day of training camp, and I wouldn't take anything back. I learned a lot. It's a grind. You wake up at 8, and as a rookie, like you're doing anything and everything to try to make that team. So I was showing up like an hour and a half before we even started anything, trying to just getting shots up, working on my game, and then you're there till like 3 in the afternoon. So I mean, it's long days. So like right after every day, like right after training camp, I would like eat food, go to bed at like 7 every day, just because I was exhausted from such a long day. And then just being able to be around such great players like Sue Bird, Jewel Lloyd,
Yeah.
was really an awesome experience just to see like their grind and their leadership, and what they bring to the table. And then Brianna Stewart was there. She was injured during that time, but she would be at practice a little bit, and just kind of being around her, and just being around great players, was really awesome and just a really good experience.
Yeah, being around the greats in the WNBA of Sue Bird and Brianna Stewart. I think she was a rookie at the time, or her sophomore season coming off of that, something like that. She was she was a younger player, but now she's absolutely killing it in the WNBA. So then you played overseas, like your teammate Deanna Moore, who's playing in Spain right now, but you played in Poland. What was that experience like playing overseas?
I mean, it was definitely tough at the beginning just because I'm such a family oriented person. So being away from them was pretty hard, but I mean, I adjusted. It was fun. It was tough at times, but my team wasn't the greatest, but I mean, it was just a really good experience for me. I wouldn't take it back. I'm glad I experienced it. The coach was good just because he was just able to let me play my game. Didn't really restrict my game at all. So I was just kind of be able to do what I did here, just kind of play my game, not have to worry about other things like not taking shots or just things like that. So he just really allowed me to do what I wanted to do on the floor.
Did you like the culture over there? Did you adapt well to the culture? Did you like everything over in Poland? Did you like the food and just basically the culture? Did you like living over there?
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot different. But it was just a really good experience for me. Just the different culture, different language, language barriers, definitely really hard. Not a lot of people speak English. So I mean, I learned a couple words. And then I like, because they really overseas, they really like when you speak their language to them. So I tried to do that a little bit, like just like
Absolutely.
saying hi to them, and they're like, yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it. I didn't really could have done a little more of, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, yeah, because when Tanara was on the show, she gave a whole in-depth experience of what her language barrier was like. She told me the story of when she went to her first grocery store and everything was in Spanish, and she could
Oh
not
yeah, that
find
was definitely adjustment.
like she could not find anything in the store, and so that was hilarious. And so yeah, so everyone's experience is different. I'm glad you enjoyed the time over there. And so bringing you back to the U.S., uh, you worked over at the enemy at Western Michigan for a little bit. Um, what got you over there? I mean, just take me through that. What got you to Western in that position that you got yourself into?
One of the assistants, I know he just said like, hey, we have an opening. Would you like to come and be a part of it? So I talked to Coach Shane, and he said that would be really awesome if you would come down and help us out. So I said, I mean, why not? It's an opportunity to get out of what I've been a part of, just a different experience to learn from a different program. Um, and it was really good.
Yeah, but just in my thoughts, just why, just why, just why them? I mean, it's just you could have
Yeah,
picked
I
any-
know.
you could have picked any school in the MAC. I mean, I wouldn't have been mad if you went to Eastern, but Western. But you are back in with the maroon and gold, which makes me so happy to see you on the sideline with Coach O again. Tell me what it means just getting back over to Central and being the director of player development.
It was I was really excited just to be back. It was always like, even as a player, I was like, I eventually want to be back here at CMU and be a coach. And then so when Coach O gave me that opportunity, like I was like, yeah, I want to do it. And then just being able to work with Molly Davis every day. She's a great player, puts in a lot of work, has a really good work ethic as well. So just working with her and the upcoming point guards that are freshmen is really fun as well.
Now, a question for you, because you're the director of player development. Do you see like kind of like yourself in Molly Davis? I mean, you guys, you have kind of the same, you guys have, the same game, the same type of shot. Do you see yourself in Molly, and saying like, okay, I went through this, I can give Molly the best things what I played and make her a better player for us going forward.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. I actually think she's definitely a lot quicker than I was. Um, just and obviously a better defender. I wasn't the greatest defender, as people would know. Definitely, probably, yeah, just kind of like a better, I would say, overall player, just with the defensive aspect. But yeah, definitely, just trying to help her see like what I see on the floor, and just showing that with her in film and working with her on the court.
Yeah, because she's in the gym probably just as much as you were when you played. I think that just goes to show that it's just, you're kind of like every 4 years or so we get a great point guard, and you, and then, Molly, and then, and then the next generation is coming up right after her. And with you being in charge of player development, I don't think that we're going to be set up for failure for a long time. I think we're going to be set for quite a while in terms of winning. So finally, this past Saturday, your number 3 went up in the rafters in a post game celebration ceremony after Michigan. Tell me, what does it mean to you now that number 3 will never be worn again at CMU?
I mean, it's just really awesome. Again, like I said before, uh, when I came here, I had goals. My coaches, my teammates, they helped me achieve those. And without my coaches, my family, my teammates, I wouldn't have been able to do it, supporting me and helping me get there. So, I mean, it's just really awesome. I'm really thankful and appreciative of everybody who's helped me throughout my career.
Yeah, and it's just, that name, your name and your number will forever be in McGurk Arena as part of the greatest to ever play this game. And so with that, Presley, thank you so much for joining this show. I really appreciate your time, and I can't wait to be working with you in this next year, in the next calendar year coming up in 2022. I can't wait for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Until then, have a great Thanksgiving, have a great holiday. And just keep kicking ass. Just keep doing that. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Because I know, rough, Georgia Tech and Michigan, both ranked opponents inside the top 20, tough teams to play. Got the first road win of the year at Valpo. Got a great away schedule coming up. You guys got Oakland coming up as well in December. So I have no worries. I have no worries of what this team is going to do, especially in MAC play. That's for sure. So,
yeah, absolutely.
And a tournament appearance is that both conference and national. I could pretty much say that's going to happen, especially with you and Coach O leading the way and Molly at the helm. You guys will be in fantastic shape.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, Presley. Until we see each other again, have a great holiday and take care.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you. The GOAT. CMU's all-time leader in basically everything when it comes to women's basketball. Want to thank Presley for joining the show, and that was just awesome. That's guest 49. And so with that, guest number 50, the last guest to ever appear on this show, will be Detroit Lions legend kicker Eddie Murray. He kicked for the Lions from 1980 to 91, spent some time with a couple of teams before landing with the Dallas Cowboys in winning the Super Bowl against the Buffalo Bills. So that will be a fantastic show. Make sure you tune into that one. And then after that will be the finale, the last show on December 1st. That's it. It's done. 2 shows left now. 2 shows left. So hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed this show with Presley Hudson. This was season 7, episode 12. And I am your host, Aaron Gemmel. Have a great Thanksgiving, and I'll see you after Thanksgiving when Eddie Murray hops on for the 50th guest. 50 guests, 5 years. So proud that we did it. So until then, as always, keep it fresh.